everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is going to be a bit different. I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately, and these are the financial challenges as an immigrant nurse living in the USA, especially with a family of four. I want to share this to you, and also I want to share my solutions to combat those challenges. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, we moved to the United States a few years ago to pursue my dream of working as a nurse here in the USA. And to tell you, it's been an incredible journey, but it hasn't been without its challenges, particularly when it comes to finances. As an immigrant nurse, I've had to work extra hard to establish myself in the healthcare system here in the United States. I need to adapt. I need to learn the system and also the culture. It's been an incredible journey, to tell you. And while the pay is decent, it can still be a struggle to make ends meet, especially with a family to support here, and if you are still supporting a family in the Philippines. Though the working conditions, flexibility, and opportunities are top-notch here in the USA compared to many countries worldwide, it doesn't mean you will immediately attain financial freedom and comfort. The average American income needed to live comfortably in the United States as of today is $235,000 annually. So, as a nurse, the average earning of the nurse annually is $82,750. And let's be realistic. With that salary, you are probably still in debt. You're still probably in debt because of considering the bills, the cost of living, and a family to support. As an immigrant working here in the USA, you can't avoid debt because that's the way of life here. You need a credit card for day-to-day expenses, and a car loan, a house mortgage, or apartment. And one of the biggest challenges we face is budgeting. That's the number one challenges that we're still facing, and I think everybody's facing. Most of the people here in America. So, budgeting. We have to carefully track every dollar we spend to ensure that we can cover our basic expenses like rent, groceries, and health care. And to tell you, my annual income when I started was below the average because I'm an international staffing agency nurse living in a high cost of living state in an even higher cost of living city. So I live in a city where it has a high cost of living in Maryland. So I live in Rockville, Montgomery County. At the beginning of our journey here, I really thought that we were already achieving the comfortable life and living the American dream that I always wanted. We could pay bills, rent, and we could pay our credit cards and cycle. But after a couple of months, I realized that our finances are just cycle. Money comes and goes with a little savings. So we don't have enough emergency funds. So in order for you to have a good emergency fund, at least you have like a 6 months of your salary savings. So that's a good emergency funds for me. So we don't have enough emergency funds. And what about the budget for wants, like recreation? We don't have. Then I'm realizing that my credit card are building up debt, and I can't pay the full statement balance before the due date. It's where I started looking at how much money I would like to have in order for me to be, to be financially secure. And then that ends up being basically 3 times my income. And I became anxious because only having 500 to 700 left after paying all of my expenses, that is bad enough. And let's talk about the healthcare cost in particular. Healthcare costs in particular can be a huge burden, especially with two young children. Even with insurance, we often find ourselves paying out of pocket for medical expenses, which can quickly add up. Of course, I told you you need to fulfill sometimes your wants. So what about your wants? You need to spend for your wants and travel to make yourself happy. So who doesn't like to travel and shopping, right? But sometimes there are things that make you happy, and it comes at the price of compromising your budget. To alleviate some of these financial burdens, I've been doing a lot of research on personal finance tips for new immigrant living in the USA. Things like creating budget, saving for emergencies, and investing for the future. So this become essential part of our financial strategy. And then uh, education. Education is another key aspect of our financial journey. Both my wife and I are constantly looking for opportunities to further our careers and increase our earning potential, whether it's through certification, additional certifications or advanced degrees. But we found out that we cannot have that right now. So it came to the point that the only resolution for us to earn more and save more is to transition to travel nursing job and cut off more unnecessary expenses. I started to look the future more deeply and differently in terms of finances, or in terms of finance. So ever since, actually, I'm not new to financial education and financial literacy. I really love reading about finances. Ever since I encountered Robert Kiyosaki books, the Rich Dad Poor Dad, if you know that, 10 years ago, it became my habit to read about financial literacy. However, I lack the discipline to follow what I've learned. I don't have the discipline. But last year, I have an awakening and realization that if our financial habits do not change, we will be broke and have nothing in the future. So now I'm extremely money conscious. I can tell that. Although although money is not the most important thing in the world and doesn't determine your happiness, realistically, be realistic. It can buy you comfort. It can buy comfort, and that's a big deal, right? So my solution that I found in order to attain a financial security and freedom is basic and often ignored. It's often ignored. It's there. Sometimes it's common sense. So number one is discipline in handling your money. A simple yet effective rule to curb unnecessary spending is this: if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it. Or in another way that I can say it, live less. So live less of what you have. Live less of your, like, less from what you have. What is your salary? So this concept encourages individuals to think twice before splurging on non-essential items. So helping them put their expenses into perspective. Number two, which I think is really important too, is to pay yourself first. When you pay yourself first, meaning you set aside a percentage to your saving account before you do any other spending. So in other words, you are prioritizing your long-term financial health. So you're saving. It doesn't mean pay yourself first, go shopping first. Go shopping first, no, it doesn't mean like that. Number 3 is financial literacy. So having financial literacy, you will have a basic grasp of money matters and its 4 fundamental pillars. These are the debt, budgeting, saving, and investing. So understanding how to build wealth throughout one's life by leveraging the power of these pillars is important. So yeah, you need the financial literacy in order for you to attain a comfort life in future. And then number 4, know your income and expenses. That's a basic. And meticulous budgeting. So prioritize your needs and responsibilities. Spend what you can and avoid unnecessary debt. That's number 4 on my solution. Number 5, I think this is a great tool, or I think this is a great solution for a long term. If you want to save and if you want to have a financial security in a long term, so you need to learn and start to invest. They say, let your money make money. So you can start small. So a small investment is better than none, right? Investing is always easy if you decide to do it, especially here in the USA. The idea of investing can be intimidating if you're just starting out, but it's an important part of saving for various financial goals and building wealth. You will encounter many different market environments throughout your investing life, so don't get too caught up in whether or not now is the perfect time to get started. Some of the best investment for beginners are high yield saving accounts. A saving accounts that give you a high interest. If you wanna save low risk investment, then you can invest in certificates of deposit. The CDs, the 401k, or another workplace. Another workplace retirement plan. You can invest on that, and most of the nurses have that, I think, here in the USA. And then your employer, sometimes they match up your contribution to your retirement plan, the 401k and the Roth 401k. And then you can also invest in mutual funds, exchange traded funds, or the ETF, and individual stocks. I can talk about investing and share my experience and knowledge about it on how to start. Maybe I can share that. I can talk more about that in my upcoming videos. I've been doing that a lot lately, I think, and I've been reading a lot about investing. Maybe I can share some of my few knowledge on how to invest, probably. Okay. So there you have it, a glimpse into the financial challenges we face as an immigrant nurse living in the USA, and some of the solutions to solve the challenge, and some of the ways to hope to attain financial security and financial comfort in the future. So it's not always easy, but hard work, determination, and a little bit of financial savvy, we're making it. We're making it work. We can make it work. I think I will emphasize, before I end this video, I will really emphasize, if you are starting out here, if you are new here in the USA as an immigrant nurse, I will emphasize the discipline. The discipline on handling your money. You really focus on that. I think that will help you. So discipline yourself, because it's really tempting to spend money here. I don't know. I can't explain, but you will So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more vlogs like this one. So see you next time. Thank you